Hi, it's E-Master for making a video here for my CAG blog. Since people like my 360 Red Ring of Death repair a lot, I figured I'd make one for the DS as well. Now, what I have here, of course, from here you can see that DS looks pretty much normal. I mean, doesn't look like anything's wrong with it. So, of course, until you take a closer look to it. I don't really think that gap is supposed to be there. That's a piece of plastic in the hinge that actually broke off. And same with down here. Now making it really hard to open properly without thinking that it's going to crack. As you can see here, it's already stressing forward. So at any moment when you pop this device open, the top part of the screen is going to come off. So what are we going to use for that? We have ourselves a tri-wig and a Phillips screwdriver, some tweezers, a replacement hinge. Now, I got this from Deals Extreme. Basically, this hinge is going to prevent this from happening again, because apparently there's a fault with the hinge inside the DS, and this is what's going to fix it. And as well as a brand new housing. This is complete. I got this from Deals Extreme as well. Not going to change the color on. I'm going to keep it white. It's not my DS anyway, so it's being the guinea pig for today. Some anti-static gloves. No, not Michael Jackson gloves. They're anti-static gloves. And in case these cheap and crappy screwdrivers break, I always got my Zuzin toolkit, if worse comes to worse. So I'm gonna stop here since I have to work on this, and I'll take another short video when the device is taken apart. Well, at this point I pretty much have the unit disassembled. There is the mobile, as you can see. Nothing too fascinating. It's a motherboard. Now, the only thing that I wasn't betting on is how I'm just gonna swear, how fucked up the hinge is. This is retarded. I can't believe that. Let me focus in on that. That is the hinge. Now, as you can see, the ribbon cable goes through that hinge, and that hinge is cracked. How in heaven's name did Nintendo make this part so weak on the device? I originally thought that this was connected to the top part, which is this. But I was wrong. So I just opened up a whole new can of worms by doing this. Which also means this is going to take me a hell of a lot longer than I thought. But, well, we'll see. I'm probably going to pause it here and see how I'm going to continue. Stay tuned. Alright, so I just put the upper assembly back into its new home. As you can see, we got the Wi-Fi antenna, a shitty microphone that doesn't really work, and of course the speakers, which stuck together like glue for a while. Now, here's the fucked up part. Of course, here in the front, everything looks fine, right? The thing is, though, what I didn't know is that the external screen, or the top one, has double-sided tape holding it in. I always thought that this was one assembly, but it's actually not. The tape is actually separate from the top screen, which is a pain in the ass to put on there properly without, you know, missing a millimeter or so from the top. So this thing was in here like that, but in order to recreate that, it came with a new top screen and new tape, was to line up the tape perfectly and shove the screen in from the other side. That was a pain in the ass. The other pain in the ass is this: getting the ribbon cable through the new hinge. I think I understand now how phones like Sidekicks and stuff like that break now, given fine ribbon cables like that. Hopefully I did not screw up the screen. Anyways, I'm going to get this top piece back on, and then slowly reattach everything to the motherboard, which is here. And then comes, of course, the task of making sure that all the screws and buttons and such all go back to normal. Oh well. We'll see in a bit how successful I was in doing that. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so it's 1 week later, and I'm battling the beast again. So far I got this stupid fucking ribbon cable in, which honest to God, I would really like to know how Nintendo came up with this goddamn concept of twisting the damn thing, like, from through this hinge and then into the main board, at which you really need precision, you know, to friggin' insert that in there. If it wasn't for this lamp with the magnifying on it, I would have been screwed. So if you don't have one of these, you're ultimately fucked without it. If you have big hands like me, that's just, oh god. You can probably tell I'm not having a lot of fun with this particular project. I'm not, and likely I'm probably never gonna do it again. Now, I'm stuck with this. You are supposed to fiddle this wire through here, underneath the freaking card slot, and you're supposed to pull it out and pop it in on top of this. Piece of cake, right? Wrong. Even this stupid connector down here, which is similar, which is that one right there. Oh, actually, let's take some tweezers here that I fiddled through into this thing. Even that was a pain in the ass just to get it to go in, because it's such a tiny socket. We're talking millimeters here. That's nuts. So I'm going to continue to struggle shoving this stupid wire through so it comes out on the other side. And I'm not even sure if this thing's going to start up, all things considering, because I don't know if I already screwed up the top LCD screen, which I heard is a common mistake that people make, and that'll probably cost me. But that's where I'm at right now, so I'm going to continue to battle the beast until I'm finally assembled this damn thing. See you soon. Well, I've reassembled it, but unfortunately I do not have good news, because it appears as though I bricked it, which is possible because that stupid ribbon cable for the stupid fucking screen has got to be one of the most weird installations I've ever seen in my life. I've modified, you know, Xbox consoles and fixed multiple PCs, and this thing reminded me of taking apart a laptop from the late 90s, early 2000s. Everything is so goddamn modular. Like, you'll see what happens when you power it up. Well, let me just free my other hand here. When you power this thing up, gives you a green light, and then flickers and turns off, which is a clear indication that I screwed it up. My only recommendation for anybody who wants to do this in the future is just keep in mind that no matter how many times you can, and people keep texting me, is that no matter how often you can read an instruction set on this kind of stuff, you can always screw it up. And that ribbon cable in this hinge has got to be single-handedly the biggest pain in the ass that I've ever had to encounter in fixing any sort of console or handheld console. And that's probably why I don't fix slider phones either, because those ribbon cables are tremendously sensitive. So unfortunately this one didn't go too well, which is unfortunate, but that also means my girlfriend gets to keep my black DS, which sucks because they're kind of hard to find now. Well, that's the price you pay. That's too bad. Alright, anyways, so until next time, next is the 360 controller I wanted to mod. Which I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow or the day after, we'll see. But thanks for watching, CAG, and hopefully I'll have better luck next time. This must be one of my 1 out of 7s that go wrong. Oh well. What can you do? Too bad. So sad. Toodles.